Step 2, you got to be a Snoop. You have to ask yourself questions. Because once you've quieted your mind and you start to look at the whole hodgepodge of your life, and you start to see the many things that affect you, that afflict you, that make you, you might want to sort it out now. You might want to organize those thoughts. And those thoughts can be organized by asking questions. And I have some questions here that I want you to think about as you're being a Snoop. Question number 1. What would you do if money was not a concern? That's a question you might want to ask yourself. You hit the lotto tomorrow, what would you do? I remember the last time I had that big Powerball thing. I've never played Powerball all my life until the last time before this whole $400 million thing. And my office said, well, check it. Let's put in for some tickets. All right, it's $1 a ticket. All right, fine, I'll do it. So we were sitting in my boss's office, and we started talking. And this is how I could tell what my boss's passion was. We started talking about what we would do if we hit. Because you really don't think you're going to win. But, at the back of your mind, you're hoping you might just get 5 numbers, maybe 3 in the Powerball, get a couple of dollars. So we started talking what we were going to do. Well, I'm going to go back to New York. I'm going to go to California. I'm going to get a place in Chicago. Everyone said, I'm going to quit my job. You know what my boss said? She said, I'm not going to quit my job. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to work for Howard. I'm going to come in every day of my life. And she said, at that point, what I'm going to start to do? I'm going to start to speak the truth about Howard University. And the moment they say, wait a minute, you're talking too much. You're talking too loud. She said, I'm going to reach in my wallet, pull out my checkbook, write out a big check, slide it to the comptroller and be like, hey, what do you say now? Her passion was Howard, so much that she would stay to try to make it better. And she understands Howard. She knows money talks. So if they tried to get rid of her, don't want to put a building in my name. But I'm staying right here. That was her passion. So what would you do if money wasn't an option? What would you do if failure was of no concern? If you knew that you could do this every day of your life and not fail, it's a magic wand, I hit you with it, boom, whatever you do now, you'll be a success. If failure wasn't a concern, what would you do? These are questions you need to ask yourself. What interests or desires are you most afraid of admitting even to yourself? Talked with a friend of mine. He said he was a little kid, laying across his bed. A Michael Jackson song came on. Yeah, Michael Jackson. He said he started singing the song, and his mother walked into the room and was like, hey, what you want to be a singer? Crushed his whole dream. Right then and there. Crushed it. Not that he said nothing about being good or nothing about being bad. He was just singing. And his mama said, what, you want to be a singer? At that point in his life, he decided never to admit to anyone, even to himself, that he had a desire to sing. So think about that. What interests or desires that you have that you can't admit to yourself? That's a question you've got to answer. What do you love about yourself? This is a really deep one because we have this sordid view of love. But let's remove for a moment the ideas that we do have with relationship to love and romance and keep that out the door. Let's remove for a second any insecurity that you may have about yourself. You may not think you are the cutest in the room, the smartest in the room, the fastest on the forecourt. You may not think that you can sing or dance better. Remove all those insecurities and tell yourselves, what do you love about yourself? When you look in the mirror, get your eyes, and say it's your eyes. Get some other things and say some other things. But what do you love about yourself? What did you love when you were a child? What did you love when you were a child? As children, we're all sponges. We soak up the world. And we have natural, innate gifts, skills, and abilities that the world will crush as we become older. But those skills and those abilities and those gifts are entrenched in things that you love to do as children. So I want you to think back. What did you love to do as a child? What motivates you and gives you satisfaction? What do you fantasize about when you're all alone? And please, nothing X-rated. But what do you fantasize about? You fantasize about being a millionaire. Well, in that fantasy, you became a millionaire doing something. What was the process? What do you fantasize about when you're all alone? What, and this is most important, what's stopping you? And you have to ask yourself this seriously. What's stopping you from attaining those dreams? What's stopping you from developing those passions? Now those are 8 of my questions. But you can add your own. You can look at a list, change it, revamp it, revise it, and create your own questions. So